You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
The world is on fire. From the battlefields of Ukraine to the looming storm clouds over the Middle East, we are witnessing events unfold that were foretold thousands of years ago. Wars and rumors of wars are dominating the headlines. And for those who have eyes to see, the prophetic clock is ticking louder than ever. Just in the past few weeks, we've heard European leaders calling for boots on the ground in Ukraine.
The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air. Together with others, Europe must do the heavy lifting.
Meanwhile, in the Middle East, the IDF has openly stated their readiness to go to war in Damascus. In similar fashion, China recently told the world their readiness to go to war with the United States. These aren't just random headlines. These are the puzzle pieces of biblical prophecy falling into place before our very eyes. Hello, everyone. I'm James Lasher with Charisma Media, and today, we're diving into what may be one of the most prophetically significant months in modern history. There's no doubt that we are living in unprecedented times. As believers, we are called to discern the times and to watch and pray, because Jesus himself warned us that before his return, there would be wars, conflicts, and distress among the nations. Let's start in Europe. Back in February of 2018, French President Emmanuel Macron openly called for a European army. And just this past month, in February of 2025, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky echoed those sentiments, urging Europe to step up militarily. If that wasn't enough, the UK's Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has also stated that he is prepared to send troops to Ukraine. This is a major escalation of the war already taking place. It's no longer just about sending weapons or financial aid. Now, world leaders are talking about direct intervention, something that could lead to an all-out war between NATO and Russia. This is exactly the kind of global turmoil Jesus warned about in Matthew 24:6, when he said, "And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And if that wasn't enough, let's talk about the Middle East. In the past few days, Israel's military leaders have explicitly stated that they are prepared to go to war in Damascus. But why is Israel ready to take such drastic action? There are two primary reasons: security concerns and the protection of the Druze community in Syria. Recently, clashes in the Druze settlement of Jaramana, located in the suburbs of Damascus, have escalated. Local gunmen and Syrian security forces have engaged in violent confrontations, leading to casualties. In response to this, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Israel Katz have instructed the Israeli Defense Forces to prepare to defend this community, making it clear that Israel will not stand idly by while the Druze are targeted. On a broader scale, Israel is deeply concerned about the rise of militant groups near its northern border. Since the fall of former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad in December of 2024, groups like Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a jihadist faction, have gained influence. Netanyahu has warned that Israel will not allow these groups or any affiliates of Syria's new rulers to operate in southern Syria. To enforce this stance, Israel has demanded the demilitarization of regions south of Damascus and has carried out airstrikes targeting military assets tied to the previous Assad regime. That's right, Damascus, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, is now at the center of yet another major conflict. But here's what's even more incredible. The Bible specifically prophesies the destruction of Damascus in Isaiah 17:1, which says, "Behold, Damascus will cease from being a city, and it will be a ruinous heap." Think about that. Damascus has seen wars and invasions, but it has never been completely destroyed. And yet the Bible tells us that one day it will be. Could we be witnessing the beginning of this prophecy's fulfillment? And now, tensions are rising in yet another part of the world. Recently, China has made an alarming declaration. It is ready for war with the United States. This came after the Trump administration imposed a 10% tariff on Chinese goods, escalating already fragile relations between the two superpowers. In response, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Zhan stated that intimidation tactics would not work against China and that the nation was prepared to fight till the end in any conflict, including trade wars. China has already ramped up its military preparations, increasing its defense budget by over 7%, signaling that it is preparing for potential conflict. This is a sobering reality. The world is moving closer to the brink of global war, and as we watch these developments unfold, we must remember the words of Jesus in Matthew 24:7. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Folks, we are not called to be blind to what's happening. Jesus told us to be watchful, to discern the signs of the times, and to always be ready for his return. Luke 21:28 reminds us, "Now when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near." We are living in prophetic times. The pieces are moving into place faster than ever before. The question is, are you paying attention? Are you watching world events through the lens of Scripture? Because if you are, then you know that this is not the time to be asleep. This is the time to stand firm in the faith, to share the gospel, and to prepare for what's ahead. So stay alert, stay in the Word, and keep looking up, because Jesus is coming soon. If you found this information helpful, be sure to like and share this video so more people can understand what's happening in the world today. And don't forget to subscribe to Charisma Media for more updates on biblical prophecy and current events. Until next time, God bless and keep watching.